So here we go. About to get a basketball sketch off the ground here. How's it going? It's got a really cool body pose right here with the turkey in the background there. This guy right here is what we're gonna try and strive to get together. It's got a nice curvature right there that we can use to position the body. If I put him up top a little bit more though, I think we can get him doing a little bit more air. Yeah, I like that better. I think I'm gonna do large shoes. Really small legs here. Looks like this is one leg here, and then this is the other leg behind, tucked behind. I'm gonna do the sketch now, and I'm gonna do the color after. So I'm gonna do 2 lives for this. I think he's got his uniform on one of the drawings. I can hear this. That's what we gotta put on here, number 12. Alright, and the face is this right here. I'm gonna try to position it so that he's looking kind of menacing here. I don't know how to explain that, like as if he's got this, you know, he feels like he's got this. It's as if they're trying to get the ball, but he's way too high for them to reach. I'm constantly tempted to make the nostrils too big, probably wide. Not sure why that is. And that's not just on this face, I'm talking about like every face I make. But I feel like the nostrils somehow need to be big, but they don't. This plane here is have sideburn there. What do you think? I mean, on both dunks, he's got about the same body positioning, except here. I think I might just do this one instead, based on the head being in that direction. Let's look. See, but the thing is, it'll block the ball behind his head here. So maybe we could do one of these. But he can't be looking that way for that one, I think. Let's see. If he's just holding the ball back there, or we can kind of see it here. Maybe we could make the hand like really large and holding onto the ball. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's cool, because then that reaches the ball itself. Back there. Long arm, because caricatures are exaggerated, right? We'll have a hand holding the ball, what, like this. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but that positioning does give his actual face a reason to look that way. It's as if, you know, nobody can touch him while he's like all the way up there. And I think that's what we want to convey. So yeah, when it comes to any kind of drawing, what are you trying to say? What you're trying to say is important. And for some people, they just want to like draw, but no matter what you draw, a story, if you're telling a story, it's really good to convey it with the lines and the shapes and the different colors and things. I feel like that's a stronger piece when the story is being told, a relatable story at that, a story that can relate to many people. But you know what? Either way, even if it's a story that people don't understand yet, it's still telling a story, then you're doing a good job if you're catching the mood, capturing the different scenarios that are happening. Not many stories will be understood by people, or rather, some stories will not be understood by too many people, by everyone all the time. But if you can find a way to tell a story with each line that you tell, that you draw, then you're in good shape. You're in good shape. If you can do that, that's what you want. I'm going to put the braids as if they're sort of flopping. Maybe not flopping, more like in air, you know, flying. Okay. We can get this going. Oh my god, this is dying pretty quickly. So Annie, do me a favor. Can you get me that charger that's right there?
That's what I was answering.
Coming around that one. This way. That one. Yep. No, don't disconnect it. Just give me the wire. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see if it'll reach. Just enough reach. Let's move forward a little bit. There we go. Good. All right, so let's continue on now. I feel that it is also important to be able to start anywhere in a drawing. So if you're used to doing one way, that's fine. But if you're able to do it, if you're able to start a drawing from different directions, then you're doing great. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the arms right around here. We're gonna put them right through the beard. Let's see. Let's make sure that we have it. I think it's the shirt. Okay, he's got a long sleeve on. Okay. But just one more question. Yep, it's not a long sleeve on this hand right here, so we're gonna cut that right there. Going to be holding on to that ball for eternity with fingers like that. And we come in here this way. As we try to put the hand right there, on the other side. Looks like we're gonna need to move the torso down a little bit because I feel like the neck needed to be there. And it'll accommodate the shoulder better. Overlaps, always watch those, super important. Capture the fold on the shirt there, and this gives it a little bit more movement. Man, this turkey though. When it comes to extremities or whatever it is you're drawing that are sort of tilted away from you, a good rule of thumb is to think about it, as a cylindrical, or you can think of it as a square, where you're looking at the outer edge of that. So if it were rounded, it would just be like that. So if you're looking at it on this side, then you're looking at the underside of it, which is this right here. So you're looking at the over on that side and on the under on this side, and that projects that is facing this way, that projects that is going that way, hence what I'm drawing here. Alright. I'm gonna put a Nike right there. Very, very complex body, I gotta say. It's no joke and no walk in the park. Really trying to comprehend, and I feel like if you just break it down into the basic shapes, it's okay, and it becomes a matter of how accurate can you draw. Can you control your body to draw what you want to draw, rather than what you feel that is just happening and that's it. It's definitely a matter of controlling all that. Alright, so let's move on to the face one more time. I feel like we're almost home free here, as long as we keep what I just said true. Now it's just a matter of drawing shapes and up to the body to do what it needs to do. The sketch is done, so it helps quite a bit. Weird angle on that eye right there. You don't really see anything else over here except for the angle of the eye, so keep that in mind. Going as if he's looking down. So if he's looking down and the lights are normally above, that means that you can say he's so high up that the lights are actually hitting him from below. So by saying that, I want to point out the highlight. I want to put it at the bottom just a slight bit because it's catching from the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color it as if as if a light is just hitting him from below, and I think that that's what's going to make the difference on this piece, aside from the eye placement and all that stuff. And you know, curvatures like the eyebrows, where it's arching up quite a bit like this, that and the relationship between one and the other eyebrow, this one's much higher than this one, does make the face shape change quite a bit, and also changes how things are seen and should be colored when it comes to a certain light source. So we're just adjusting right about there. I'm actually putting the shadow off of the arm right on the mustache right there, right here, so we can see that it is going sort of through it, and that's what we want to show. These overlaps right here are also telling a story in itself, so check those out. All right, here's another thing. We're seeing that the ear is in relation is sort of very, very low. That also gives us the indication that the head is tilted up. If you were to think about this as a square, this is the square front face, this is the side of the face. If you see it like this, is obviously, you know, just facing is level. But if you're seeing it like this, you can see it as if you're looking at it at the bottom, and that's what we're seeing here. So in comparison, because the eyes and the ears are aligned when looking at a person straight on, but when they change is when the angle changes. When the placement changes is when the angle changes, and that's what you need to look at. So if, you know, let's say this eyebrow lines up perfectly with the top of the ear, okay, and then the bottom of it lines up perfectly with the tip of the nose. So that's the kind of thing you gotta keep in mind. You know, the angles are changed here quite severely, so we're gonna adjust the sketch, or rather draw it just like that, so that it can convey that we're looking at it from the bottom. Also, the hairline, as you can see, is behind this forehead area. The forehead is coming out quite a bit. His hair is back there, and therefore is at the, I didn't say Siri, I said hair. Siri has a mind of its own, I'll tell you. I feel like everybody knows that by now. Alright, and the hair. Alright, and as I mentioned, I will be back a little bit later to do the color on this piece. But for now, we can call this done. And we definitely had fun. I feel like there should be another shoe, perhaps here. Let's see how that would look if we put a shoe here. I might need to sort of tilt it that way. Let's see. Yeah, it's sort of taking the shape down there and coming forward. So yes, that'll do it, actually. That line right there just told the entire story of the angle of the shoe and everything. So That's cool. Alright, and last but not least, the ear detail. I feel like everybody just throws lines in there, and to be honest with you, I do as well. However, when it comes to a commission piece, you want to put in what detail you actually see as opposed to what you make up for the detail to be. I swear I didn't do that intentionally. But it should be intentional if you want to show it to people. Alright, so he's just flying through. I think instead of going up this way also, I think I'm going to put the lines this way because he's flying in that direction. Oh yeah, can't forget the basketball line. Go. There's something else here. These socks, they're not really socks. This seems to be like an under garment for the shirts here. What is that, a lion? What is that? Man, on both he blocks it, so we gotta see. This is the TJ Ashford, and this is for Cypress Creek. So I'll look up the Cypress Creek logo, and I will add it to this so that it has that detail in there. A logo of some sort there. Just don't want to forget. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. It was just a little quick sketch that I wanted to put together as I advance in the commissions phases here. I want to make sure that you guys get to see the process. It also motivates me to continue moving in the right direction here, which is awesome. It's good to move in the right direction. And so make sure that you stay creative. Keep creating, keep making stuff. Much love to you guys. Thank you. And we'll see you next time.